So again, good afternoon, everybody. It's a true privilege to stand before you today. I feel incredibly honored, humbled, and honestly a little emotional to be speaking about someone who's always been a hero in our family, my grandfather. And now as of today, he is also a Knight of the French Legion of Honor, one of the highest distinctions awarded by the French Republic. The Legion d'Honneur, created by Napoleon Bonaparte, is more than just a medal. It's a symbol of extraordinary bravery, sacrifice, and contribution. It's given to those who've made a lasting impact on the freedom and future of France. And today, France recognizes that what we've always known, that my grandpa's courage, service, and integrity are truly remarkable. He served in one of the most legendary fighting forces of World War II, General George S. Patton's Third Army. This army was unstoppable, pushing across Europe with courage, speed, and an unrelenting drive to bring freedom back to occupied lands. My grandpa was part of that force. He didn't just witness history, he helped make it. This past summer, I had the incredible privilege of traveling with my grandpa back to France for the 80th anniversary of D-Day. Being there, walking on the very soil he helped liberate 8 decades ago, was one of the most powerful experiences of my life. We stood on beaches with 7 other veterans that once roared with gunfire, now silent except for the waves. We visited towns where he had marched as a young soldier, now filled with people who cheered, waved flags, and called out thank yous with tears in their eyes. That trip was more than a commiseration. It was a homecoming. It was the world saying, we haven't forgotten what you did. We are still free because of you. To watch my grandpa receive hugs from strangers, kisses from women and men, all alike, leaving lipstick marks on him pretty much the whole week we were there. To see children ask for his autograph, and to see the French citizens, young and old, shake his hand and thank him. It moved us all beyond words. It made this moment today feel even more profound. My grandpa has always been humble. When people thank him for his service, his response is, "It was my pleasure," or "I'd do it all over again." He never boasted about what he did during the war. In fact, he only started talking about it when I started questioning him when I was in high school learning about the war. He often says he was just doing his job. But we know better. What all his fellow soldiers did was nothing short of extraordinary. He was part of something bigger than himself. He served not just to defend a country, but to defend humanity, to stand up against tyranny, and to help restore peace to a shattered world. This medal, this Legion of Honor, is a symbol of that legacy. It connects the past to the present, and it reminds us that courage and sacrifice never go out of style. They live on in stories, in memories, and in moments like this. Grandpa, this is more than just the medal. It's a thank you from a grateful nation. It's a salute to your bravery, and it's a reflection of the deep respect we all have for the life you've lived, with strength, humility, and heart. You are a hero to France. You are a hero to our country. And most of all, you are our hero. So on behalf of our entire family and with sincere gratitude to the French Republic, I want to say congratulations. We are so proud of you, we love you dearly, and we will never stop telling your story. Merci, Grandpa.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear Mr. Alan Kinder, my name is Anne-Laure Desjonquères. I'm the Consul General of France in Atlanta, and I am deeply honored today to fulfill one of my most important duties, to pay tribute to a war hero who helped liberate my country and Europe from tyranny 81 years ago. Before providing the full account of your accomplishment, dear Mr. Kinder, I would like to thank your family and friends who are in attendance today to show their support and admiration. I would like also to thank all those who have helped put on this ceremony. As Justin reminded us, the National Order of the Legion of Honor was created by Emperor Napoleon in 1802 to recognize individuals who served France or the ideals it upholds. The medal is France's most prestigious order, and it is bestowed on French citizens as well as foreign nationals, including veterans such as the American soldiers who risked their lives during World War II fighting on French soil. Mr. Kinder, you were one of such veterans, and 80 decades ago you risked your life in the name of freedom to liberate my country. Thanks to you and to your brothers in arms, democracy prevailed over barbarism. Today, we remember that our two countries owe each other their very existence as free nations. For over 2 centuries across the Atlantic, from one shore to the other, from one generation to the next, France and the United States have always stood shoulder to shoulder to defend the values of freedom and democracy. And the United States and freedom remain close allies in addressing international threats and challenges to this day. Mr. Kinder, you embody this shared French-American history. You illustrated with your courage the friendship and shared values that so profoundly bind our two nations. Mr. Kinder, you are a true hero. Your example gives us inspiration for the future, and your legacy provides a moral compass for generations to come. In recognition of your heroic actions and extraordinary accomplishments, the President of the French Republic, Emmanuel Macron, nominated you to the Legion of Honor with the rank of Knight. The French people will never forget what you helped do to restore our freedom. And today we also remember the ultimate sacrifice of so many of your comrades who rest on French soil. They will remain forever in our hearts. Before officially bestowing the decoration, France's highest honor, I would like to highlight Mr. Kinder's heroic deeds in France during World War II. Mr. Kinder answered his nation's call when he enlisted in the United States Army on July 7, 1943, and did 3 months of basic training in Camp Roberts, California. Assigned to General Patton's 3rd U.S. Army, Corporal Kinder landed on Utah Beach in Normandy, France, on August 17, 1944, just 2 months after D-Day invasion. His military occupation was geodetic computer, which consisted in reading and analyzing information obtained from a series of microphones and recordings on tapes. He and his fellow soldiers moved from the beach to Sainte-Mère-Église, then south of Le Mans, and finally east to Germany in November 1944. They later moved north to Luxembourg City during the Battle of the Bulge, ending up just 3 miles from the fierce fighting in Bastogne. Corporal Kinder remained in Europe until Germany's surrender. Prepared to continue fighting in the Pacific, Corporal Kinder was on his way back to the States when Japan surrendered, bringing an end to World War II. Following his service, Mr. Kinder received an honorable discharge on December 5, 1945, marking the conclusion of his valiant contribution to the war effort. Corporal Kinder was awarded multiple decorations for his service, including the European, African, Middle Eastern Campaign Medal with 4 Bronze Service Stars, the American Theater Medal, the Good Conduct Medal, and the Victory Medal. It is my honor to add the French Legion of Honor to Mr. Kinder's list of accolades in recognition of his bravery and sacrifice. I will now bestow the decoration.
come to you.
Monsieur Alan Kinder, au nom du président de la République, je vous remets les insignes de chevalier dans l'ordre national de la Légion d'honneur.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you.
A little further down.
Yeah. I'm following three good speakers, Andy, Justin, and Lamadon. It's a lot, as Justin said, it's a lot easier to be seen than talk. But as a group here today, we're a little bit unique. We represent two countries who, Consul said, have been friends for over 200 years. I make it 2.5 centuries, just to add on a little bit. But starting with our Revolutionary War, France came to our aid. We got through World War I together. And then in World War II, we joined our America's Japanese War with the problems going on in Europe. And we were friends through all that time. Those were the highlights of our friendships. Right now, for some silly reason, we're sort of in the middle of a particularly confusing period. So the timing of today's occasion is perfect. It shows that in spite of unusual political circumstances, there are still avenues showing that we're still great allies. And we will remain so through this current confusion, with perhaps a little diplomacy entering in somewhere along the line. But the timing of this gesture today, of you giving us something in light of what's happening, is important, or as unimportant as it may be, makes me very proud to be here. Now, the medal itself. I've done this once before, but it'll become my mantra, I think. Statistics, try to say that with bad teeth. Statistics show that there are less than 0.5% of us World War II vets around yet. That means in our group, our battalion, the 14th Field Artillery Observation Battalion, there were 400. So 0.5% means that there are two of us, statistically, there are two of us still left. I don't know who the third one may be, but on his behalf, and on behalf of the other 398, thank you.